You know, I always love this term, flexible learning consultants. The Aussies, Australians, don't train instructional designers anymore. They train flexible learning consultants. It's a lovely title. You know, I want that title someday. And so the same is true of us teaching in online open environments, MOOCs, is we have to have be flexible in our approach. And so I've designed two frameworks, both with books behind them. One called Read, Reflect, Display, and Do, or R2D2. Reading, activities, reading, and reflective writing maybe on. So first you read, you learn, then you reflect on it. Then, so read, reflect, display your knowledge, visualize your knowledge, do something with it. Put a concept map up, or a mind map, or a timeline, or a taxonomy, or some kind of other visual, Venn diagrams. And then do something with it. Solve cases, or create a podcast show, or create a video summary of your learning. We're doing a video here today, okay? So read, reflect, display, and do is a simple problem-solving wheel. Some look at it as an instructional design model. We've divided the web up into 4 things you can do with that model to make it simple. I've got a second model or framework called the Tech Variety Framework, which has 10 principles of motivation, which I think is getting at your question here better even. And that is, the first tech stands for tone or climate. So creating a safe tone to learn. Then we have E, encouragement or feedback. How do you build in encouragement within the system? How do you build in feedback mechanisms? The C stands for curiosity. Getting students curious about their learning. And this book is free at techvariety.com. Anyone can download this book, tec-variety.com, for free in English and Chinese, and maybe someday in Spanish. Some of you might be able to translate it, maybe here in the local language here in Catalonia as well. And so curiosity, this is a C word, very important. You have to build curiosity, intrigue into your class. Then the variety stands for just that, variety, autonomy, relevance, interactivity, engagement, tension. Piaget said we need tension or dissonance in our brains. And then yielding products, product-based learning, project-based learning. So each of these 10 becomes important in building a flexible learning environments or flexible structures to learn. You don't need all 10. Actually, you don't need all 10 to have a successful class, but you need more than one. Finding that balance in a class. If you're just going to rely upon, for instance, feedback, sure, that's important, but you have to also build the curiosity. You have to build the goal setting. So number 10 is goal setting, in effect. Humans are goal-driven creatures. Some people think number 10 is the most important, goal setting, yielding products. Some think number 6 is the most important, autonomy. You know, having student autonomy. Other people think number 2 is the most important, feedback. I think number 1 in some ways is the most important, that's a tone or climate. You can't do anything else without a safe tone or climate, but they're all important. And finding that balance and that mix is, in today's environment, today's world, finding when to build interactive and engaging tools that have goals built within them, that have some dissonance or debate, or the students don't know. If you don't know something and you're aware that you don't know something, that's metacognition, being meta-aware of what it is you know and don't know, and then going to the web, looking it up in Wikipedia, which some rely on as their first source, or some other website, some TED Talk, or whatever you're going to look up online. This is all part of creating an effective, engaging ecology of learning, where students are curious, they go and seek more information, they do projects that are relevant to them, that make sense for their work setting and their prior knowledge, that build in some kind of collaboration with their peers. At some points, it doesn't have to be the whole system, but at some points there's a collaborative process, so they learn what other skills their peers have, and they mix and discuss and debate. So it's that assembly, that framework. Tech Variety is a framework. R2D2 is more of a model, but a model/framework. What we need as instructors, and all of you who are in this program, are going to be building contents for others at some point. What you need are models for learning, tools for learning. Tech Variety and R2D2 are models or frameworks. That's all they are. find other models, find other frameworks to build exciting, motivating, flexible learning environments out there to help more learners succeed. That's the goal, that's the mission, that's where you play a role as future instructional designers or learning department leaders, running teaching and learning centers, or managing or assessing, whatever it is. This is all part of your next role, your next step in life.